The chat will start popping up soon. I just had to refresh it. Right? I don't know. I'm back. Stream killing comment. Third stream of the day, guys. Hello, Joel Tuttle's dead. Still dead? Refresh? Fuck. Otra vez más. Let's refresh the chat once more. Okay, I think it should work now. Give it a few seconds. There it is. I missed you. I missed you too, Manny boy. It's been so long without seeing you. Beep, 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 beep. For me, I just try to do things with good intention. If I felt I was trying to do my best, if I'll fail or do bad stuff, but trying to get better every time, if that's even possible or linear. For me, I think it's the same, but I don't think it'll be linear. Sometimes you'll be like, okay, doing a lot of good things, but sometimes you'll fumble and make mistakes. A lot of the times I do things that are not good, not on purpose. That happens. Because I have like a knee-jerk reaction, not reaction. So yeah. Wow, give him to me! Thank you, Manny boy, for gifting a sub to Rafa! Thank you! Arigato gozaimashita! Thank you, Manny boy. Thank you. Drinking my espresso! Did you guys, speaking of espresso, did you guys see Sabrina Carpenter's new music video? I am a person of strong will. Okay. Sí, yo estoy en la lucha. Yo estoy en la lucha después de ver ese music video. You can't change the world, but you can change yourself. Amen. But at least the world around you will change based on your energy. If you are a person who puts out a lot of good energy, others will notice. And those little things inspire them and help them. So, yeah. It's a butterfly effect. Exactly. I couldn't hear. I heard enough Sabrina propaganda time to watch it. And then as a non-gay woman like her, I'm not gay, I just think that's one of the best music videos I've ever seen in my life. No, cabrón, tienes que verlo, hablando en serio, búscatelo. Y la canción es un bop, ya yo la había escuchado, porque I'm not gay, guys. It's do you want a house tour? I can take you to the first, second, third floor. That one, cabrón. Lo veo al año, que viene el 1 de enero. Okay? On the same way, I never get mad at people if they end up doing something bad to me with good intentions. That's why I like this way of seeing things. People can fail and learn. You know what mindset really helps? Not taking anything personally. It's hard. Sometimes you'll get offended and be deeply hurt. We're only human. But if you turn it into a habit, you'll find that a lot of the things that will leave you like with a sour taste in your mouth, they no longer hurt me. You know, there was a time in my life, like, you know how Latinos, you might relate, you know that family member who will call you fat for no fucking reason and make you feel like shit about your body for the rest of the day? Those are the types of moments where it's like, I'm not gonna take this personally. Who cares about what they think about my body? You know? Soy 22, thank you for following. Yeah, I like that song. It's a bop. Tú eres el caballo music. No. Anyways, I just had the most bee-related Mandela effect in my life. 35 years, I've always known bees live in hives, but suddenly I'm reading on Reddit that most bees live in the ground. There was a video. I mean, it depends on the species of bee. There's actually even solitary bees that don't live in hives. Like, it depends. Some of them do live in, like, a classic hive. But others build hives in very unexpected places, not just like around hives. Some of them build them in like crevices and stuff. That's why some people have bee infestations in their house, because bees like tight crevices where it's like, oh, I can build a little hive in here. They already got the infrastructure going. So yeah. It's not letting me send rants, bro. I think Twitch doesn't like it when you send like long messages, like extra long messages, because it has happened to me when I'm on other people's streams. Like, I have to like divide it in sections. I had such a point I had to ask again. But could you check your Ko-fi messages for my last target? Good grief. Tangent. Good grief. Of course. Wait. Ko-fi? 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 Okay, there we go. And here's my hot take / research I've slowly done over the years. White people do have culture. No, I agree with that. As an Appalachian in a family that were 18th century Irish immigrants, there were so many country traditions that have gone to the wayside because they got shoved out of their homes, built around, or bought out. These companies and government have acres of land to do nothing with. For example, talk to a guy who lives in the same county as Red River Gorge. There are 29,000 acres of land in Red River. Let me read in peace. There's been multiple generations live here with how much history being bought out by Blackstone. It's just to put out Airbnb, there is an exorbitant amount. This has been gone on for centuries. Look up old country traditions and you'll find out how rich history there is. Yeah, of course. I think what a lot of people misunderstand, like when people say white people don't have culture. Wait. Let me raise the kid. Stop it! Okay. I think what people might mean, not all of them, there's two camps here. What some people mean is that there is a difference between saying white culture and black culture. There is no universal collective experience, to my understanding, for white people, because white countries all have, like, for example, even with Appalachians, like, they have their own, like, sect. But for Western black people, there's, like, a collective experience that even if they come from different backgrounds, that is like their culture. I think that's what a lot of people mean. However, the belief that if you're white you can't have culture, that is just not correct. Like literally not correct. Can't teach a fly how to make honey. Yeah, I felt that. Back in the day when everything in life was gay, reading tit. I feel like in 3 years there will be a super serious stream where B will say she will have to reveal something important and she will just actually realize that she has weird feelings. Turn out that, no, I'm not gay. Like, don't get me wrong. I love women. Women are beautiful, but I like them in a non-gay way. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Bees like tight crevices. That makes me a bee too. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. I like my wife's tight. This is Twitch. I can't say that, but you already know what I was gonna say, you filthy little pervert. Reading tit! Holy Bubbles no está aquí hoy, ya no está aquí. Creo que está trabajando. RIP. There's only another Twitch streamer who has B as her thing. Her name is Ellie? There's a lot of B's on the internet, as I've noticed. There's even other cosplayers in the Puerto Rican cosplay community whose names are B. I'm not the only B. Talk to. Yup, relatable B. I like seeing tight crevices. There's only one B I see. Everyone has their culture, I guess. It's just that maybe some are more prominent. Yeah, of course. That's what I used to say before I came out, B. But I'm not gay. I love women. I love women, but I don't want to touch them. I don't want to touch them. Or, like, I don't want want to be in a romantic or sexual relationship with anyone. I'm okay with like a queer platonic relationship that involves no touching. That would be cool. And non-romance. Like autistic coexistence is cool. Yeah, that's cool. But I have a wife. I have a wife who's fictional. And I don't mind being with my wife because my wife is fictional, guys. I need to shut up. That gay was perfectly timed. So in other news, have you gotten the weighted blanket? I did. But okay, I did try it and I loved it, but I stopped using it because I want to get a duvet cover for it because it's going to be a pain in the ass to clean. So I need a duvet cover. So I have to get it up duvet cover. Takes one to know one. I'm not a pervert. Imagine if V changes their username to JeanV. That's a username I would use, not gonna Stop it! Y'all better behave in here. Exactly! Just finishing the Sabrina Carpenter. She really pulled up the band. Ese es uno de los mejores music videos que yo he visto en mi vida. Es que yo tengo ojo que aprecian a las mujeres. I love women. Like, women are beautiful. I like girls. Like, I think they're beautiful. I'm gonna read the chat. I don't want to touch people. See, exactly. Isn't that friendship? Technically, no. I don't think everyone can experience a queer platonic relationship. It sounds akin to friendship to a lot of people. But imagine like someone being your soulmate, but in a non-romantic, non-sexual way, if that makes any sense. Like a very deep connection with them. You're like that guy who married Hatsune. I am! He's like my idol. One day, people would recognize me as the queen of Oshikatsu / Fictos in Puerto Rico. I need it. You guys don't understand. Okay? Reading tit! Have a good... My beautiful queen? But I'm a married man. I'm Zhongli from the hit game Genshin Impact, and I have not one, but 2 dicks minimum. But I can amass an infinite amount of cocks at any given time. But do not be mistaken, I have only 2 balls. But they're very big, and they're very juicy, and they're full of my seed. My thick, juicy, fertile seed. Thank you. Everyone clap your balls. Come on, guys. Clap your balls. You clapping them? Clap them. Clap. That's good that you do feel it helps. I got mine, and now I can't imagine not having it again. No, here's the thing. I used to sleep with a weighted blanket, but it got stolen from me, along with a lot of other of my belongings, when I moved from New York. So, I think I've never told you guys that. But yeah, when I moved from New York to Puerto Rico again, a lot of my belongings were stolen. Like, I had an Instant Pot, stolen. I had a coffee machine, stolen. My weighted blanket, stolen. A shit ton of stuff was stolen. So yeah, that kind of sucked. But son cosas que pasan. Anyways, yeah. I had a weighted blanket once and it was awesome. It was really awesome. I don't have balls, B. Then do it with your imaginary balls. We can all have balls if we just believe. What is a queer platonic relationship? I'm not going to define it well. But to me, it's like, again, it's like finding your soulmate, but it's not sexual or romantic. But I'm going to look for a definition. Relationship definition. Hey, let's see. A queer platonic relationship is a deeply committed, non-romantic relationship that transcends traditional friendship, often carrying the same intimacy, devotion, and social status as romantic partnership. Rooted in LGBTQIA communities, it features high emotional intimacy, shared life goals, and sometimes physical affection, all while lacking romantic feelings. In my case, it would lack the physical affection thing, but I guess for some people it includes that. It depends. I know that some people, like, you know, cuddle slash... I guess people have sex even with people that are not their friends. So, I don't know. Reading debt! JKSB every time. Una sábana también, yeah. I don't want balls. Then clap something else in your body. And that's not romantic? No. Just because you feel a very deep emotional connection with someone doesn't mean that you have romantic feelings for them. That might be the case for you, but for me it's not. But it depends on the person. I think this is a very individualized experience. I don't think it's fair to universalize things like sexuality and romance, you know? I think that's a very different experience depending on who you are. I'm very non-judgmental with these things, you know? I think I have something a little bit like that, maybe. I have a best friend, he lived with my mom in high school. He's more like a brother with shared goals. I think, like, with my closest inner circle of friends, I low-key kind of have something akin to that. So yeah. No, I don't think, like, we have shared goals in a way where we bear witness to each other, we love each other deeply, but it's not romantic and it's not sexual. So yeah. Alet, 25 Alet, thank you for following. Imagine the comfort and love of a relationship without the need for physical intimacy or other parts of intimacy. Just someone you can feel for deeply, that you love them without the need to consummate that love. From my understanding, I covered, yeah, I agree. That sounds romantic. It sounds like a semantic matter more than anything. Just sounds like that. I mean, if you feel that way, that's your experience, but it's definitely not mine. I know that people have a hard time understanding and wrapping their heads around aromantic, asexual people. And I know people like to plant their own feelings onto my own experiences, but that's just my own life, you know? Hi, Illuminate, how are you? How are you? Wait, did you send something else? I haven't done that, have I? No, you haven't. I don't think people do it maliciously. I just think people do it because, like, they want to be like, haha, these fucking queers with all their labels, you know? But, like, asexual people have existed for a long time. I've identified as asexual for fucking years. Even before I knew what it was, you know? I just think, and honestly, I don't think labels are that important. Who cares? If you think it's romantic, then okay, congrats. You think it's romantic. In my experience, it's not. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the nature of how I experience. At the end of the day, a label is just a box, you know? And I think people take them too seriously. Sexuality, romance, affection, all those things are fluid. And I don't think they'll ever fit neatly into a box when they're a spectrum. And yeah, a label exists for you to either comfort yourself because you feel like, oh, wait, there's other people like me out there. Or because you want to find a community of like-minded individuals, or because you want to understand yourself better. But that's all it is. For a long time, I wasn't using labels. The reason I started using and announcing that I'm Arrow Ace is because people, kept trying to want to have sex with me, and I'm like, hold your horses. I don't want to do that. So yeah, I think it helps with a lot of the hassle. I mean, it's just a thing that people call non-romantic sound romantic, or something you call romantic, but bringing someone a flower can be romantic to me. Yeah, I mean, but I give people flowers with non-romantic intentions. It just depends on what you mean by romance, and I think romance can mean something different to everyone, you know? I don't even know how I would begin to define romance. Because I feel deep affection and connection for people, but I don't, you know, the closest, and I know this is gonna sound funny, but the closest thing I've ever felt to, like, that romantic infatuation with someone is with a fictional character, and I think most people wouldn't count that, you know? I have 4 weighted blankets, 20 pounds each. I tried one that was knitted and filled with beads. A lot more pet friendly, but gets stuck on my metal frame. Oh no! Wait, you put them all on top. Those are 80 pounds of blanket. That's a lot. I'm pretty boring in a way. I just love women. Gosh, bro. I like women. You know, I won't lie to you. I really do. I don't have the right body to do anything about it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to imply that a female body cannot be with another female body. I'm not saying that at all. But I have wondered that if I had a male body, would I experience sexuality the way I do? Probably not. Probably not. I know that's the answer. And it kind of makes me feel weird the more I think about it. I don't know. No, it's not gay. It's not gay. It's not gay. I promise. I promise. I don't like labels because I'm like 100% sure that the only person, I'm not gay, I've ever felt so strongly is my partner. But there's such a big understanding that goes beyond conventional relationships. But one can recognize one would never want that without anyone else. Yeah, that's true. Romance is just an intimate bonding. Kind of like how SpongeBob loves everyone. I feel like, yeah, my default is to love people. You have to do something for me to hate you. I just think everyone has their way of seeing and feeling stuff. I also don't like labels so much. Even because labels can limit things, you can have your own relation and feeling, different from anything that exists or is labeled already. But if there's a label that you feel would fit you, maybe it can be useful for when you want to explain it, I guess. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know, I think that, and again, for all of you guys have experienced these things differently to me. You guys have had different life paths to me. Your bodies are different to mine. So, it'll be a different experience. I don't feel uncomfortable talking to this. I am a grown adult, you know. and I think all of us here are adults. So, yeah, we can talk about these things like adults. Yeah, I mean, I think people box these things into defaults too quickly. I've been in situations where people are like, oh, you're not asexual because you like fictional characters, so that makes you not asexual. Or people have told me that I'm not asexual or I'm not aromantic because I had periods in my life where other lifestyles were forced upon me. Which are things I haven't talked that much about. I did say it low-key on one stream. But, yeah, no one can question my asexuality. Trust. I know ace autistic, guys. That's me. Would you turn down Paul McCartney? That's my wife. I'm a little concerned about calling me Arrow Ace. I'm pretty sure I am, but what if I'm wrong? Then it doesn't really matter. I don't think there's going to be a legion, a council of Arrow Ace people being like, oh my god, how dare you be wrong? You know, if you think that labeling yourself as Arrow Ace is going to be helpful to you in any way, shape, or form, then label yourself. But if you don't think it's going to serve you any purpose, then who cares? Who cares? It's your journey, it's your life. However, that being said, I think I need to remind everyone that the aromantic and asexual are both umbrella terms. So asexuality is a spectrum. We have people who are sexual, right? They're allosexual, I think it's called. So they experience sexual attraction like most people do. But then turn the knob all the way to the other side, and we got people who feel zero sexual attraction and zero sex drive, which are, again, sexual attraction and sex drive are two different things. And these things are also complicated, and I feel like people turn off their brains whenever I talk about this, which is why I avoid this conversation. Because people are like, oh, this is some blue-haired liberal BS. I don't want to hear none of it. So, you know, I kind of just abstain. I hope it never irritates one of you guys. But yeah, I'm sure if you had a male body, you would want the fictional characters to switch to genders you make them now. And the viewer attack said, still be gay? No, like, I like Tartaglia in any way, shape, or form. no one understands this. I like Tartaglia. I don't give a shit, guys. I don't give a shit what Tartaglia has between his legs or her legs. I don't care. However, I do have a slight preference for Femme Tartaglia. I really do. And but here's the thing. I don't imagine myself with Tartaglia. I imagine Zhongli with Tartaglia. But I am Zhongli. I think it's a gender thing. I mean, with the thing about your past and your experience as a person, I don't think your mind would change unless we're talking about hormones. At that point, I guess you're right. Who knows? Yeah, like obviously your body experience changes depending on your biological sex. I feel like that's pretty straightforward. But I don't know. I feel like part of my asexuality might be due to autism. Because I have a different perception to people and emotions that others don't. And myself. I don't know. Do you mean Airways don't have the vegan police from Scott Pilgrim? Satan Dagi! I'm also vegan, guys. I'm the most annoying person ever. The adults are talking. Yes! The song. My last partner was under the Ace umbrella. I don't mind you talking about it. Oh, really? Oh, really? So, yeah, actually, like, there's some people who identify as asexual. I'm not one of these people, but I know they are a thing because I know people in that identity. They're asexual. Like, they don't experience sexual attraction. Like, for example, okay, I'm gonna define sexual attraction here. You see someone who's hot and you go ooga booga. I want to get between their legs. That's sexual attraction, right? Am I wrong or am I right with this? I don't know. Is that sexual attraction, you guys? I don't know, but I think that's a pretty good. Yeah, sounds right? Okay. Wow, Pinky Melons. Thank you for raiding and sharing your community with me. Wow. Oh, wow. Wait, I need to allow these messages. Peach Booty. Boop beep. Whoa. Thank you for sharing your community. Hi. Hello. Thank you for raiding. Wait, let me give you a wait. I'm a little bit of a boomer, guys. I'm a little slow. I want to give you a shout out. Thank you so much. If you need to rest after raiding, feel free to do so. We were talking about sexuality. And wait, can I see that? They're little. Wait, you can't see it barely. Okay, they're little stars. Are they cute? My friend's moms gave them to me. It's very cute. Thank you. Ghost, thank you. Gorge, so cute. Thank you. You're so pretty. I just saw your profile picture. I'm sorry. I'm not me stalking your Twitch. Oh my god. You're so pretty. You play the guitar? You play the guitar. That's so cool. I'm wanting to learn how to play the guitar. I got the guitar recently. Wow. Cool. Okay. Reading tit. She plays that. You play everything? I do play a little. Oh, it's a ukulele. Pinky Melons, thank you for following. I play a little bit of ukulele. Myself. I play a little bit of uke. The automaton. Oh yeah. I play the automaton. Wholly unqualified. Let me define sexual attraction. I've never experienced it though because I have no sexual attraction because I am I experienced sexual attraction towards Tartaglia from the hit game Genshin Impact. But not in my own body. It's like an outer body experience, you guys. Like, I must top him in Zhongli's body. I'm sorry to all the people who got here for the raid. No, like, okay, you guys need to understand, like, he's a bratty bottom. And I need to do something about it, but not with this body. Oh, my heart can't deal with your face right now. With my face? What did I do? Go sleep. Good night, Andreas Grot. They'll get used to it. You're amazing. I have to get dinner, but I hope I can hang out with you. Of course. Enjoy your food. Thank you for sharing your community with me. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna scroll up so I can read the chat. Okay. Okay, wait. Yeah, that's the thing with labels. People start overriding each other labels. Like, for me, you are not this because you missed that. Exactly. Like, people treat it like you have to be everything in, like, a little list in order to be that label. I especially see that with bisexual people. Like, if you're a bisexual woman dating another woman, you're not a bisexual. You're a lesbian. If you're a bisexual woman dating a man, you're straight. Like... Make it make sense. I feel so sorry for all my bisexual friends, not gonna lie, because they can never win. Like, people in the LGBT hate them when they date straight, like a straight couple, but also people who are homophobic hate them when they're dating same-sex people. It's like, they can never win. Another person will say that you are definitely that. I think feelings are usually too hard to label, but can be used as generalization. Like, I am this label, meaning I at least share a ton of stuff. Cappy6, thank you for following. From people, say commonly, wait, I am this label, meaning that I have at least share a ton of stuff from what, yeah, exactly. For me, like, I was actually seeing a lot of discourse this week about asexual people, because apparently it was like National Asexual Day or something like that. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to those things. But there was so much discourse because there were a lot of asexual people who were saying like, oh no, yeah, I have sex. Most asexual people have sex. Where are your sources, bro? Like, I don't know. I feel like that's your experience. And they were saying like a lot of claims that, again, they were universalizing their experience. Yeah, a lot of asexual people have sex. I don't think there's any statistics on this though. I'm sorry, I'm being an annoying data scientist, but yeah. Wait, reading tit. Damn, first time I log into a Thirsty Bee stream. I feel like I'm thirsty in every stream. Tartaglia makes me act up. Reading tit! I can get that as well. I've seen other women talking about learning how to be intimate with their partner while also having autism and having to learn what it looks like. And after hearing her explain the difficulties of it, I could see that intimacy might be intertwined with autism. Seems like you've at least done some... Yeah, I think there might be actual, like, proper research on this. Not that much on autistic women, because autistic women are only starting to get research, like, over the last 10 years in general. So yeah, but I think a lot of autistic people have very unique experiences with intimacy, so I feel like that adds on to it, you know. Hola, Vi, me acabo de completar el platino de otro juego más. Nice! Hola, Ariel! Do bisexual people have to be single for people to think they're bisexual? No, dead ass. Dead ass. Some people try to redefine someone else's situation to help them understand. I think that's okay, but other people try to redefine because it makes them feel uncomfortable / upset. Yeah, exactly. Like, for example, I don't mind when people ask me questions about my identity. If someone doesn't understand my identity, that's fine. That doesn't change my experience. That doesn't change what I'm gonna do going forward with my life. It's not that deep at the end of the day. It's just a fucking label. And at the end of the day, I choose my boundaries. I choose how far I want to go with someone. That's it. That's it. If someone else wants to determine shit for me, that's fine. I've seen people say that you can't be asexual if you goon. Like, I'm not gonna say that. It was National Bee Day? Yes! It could be that they become asexual. I think some people's sexualities change. I've seen some people say that that happens to them, that their sexuality has changed throughout their life. I think that's fine. For me, it's not that deep. It's just a generalization. I don't get why people get so mad. The vice, like on that, yeah, for exact, like, who cares what other people do in bed? If they're not hurting anyone, if it's two consenting adults, don't mind me. I don't care. I don't truly understand some of the transgender stuff, but I think some of it is people trying to feel extra important. I think whatever attracts you is probably fine. You don't always need extra steps to complicate. Yeah, I feel like the internet does kind of glorify everyone be like, oh, I'm more niche than you are. No, I'm more niche. But I don't think it's just for like LGBT. I think it's in general. And you know when I noticed that after the pandemic? Because I saw a lot of people during the pandemic identifying with like non-gender binary identities. And don't get me wrong, I'm not about to say that any of that is not real, whatever. That's not where I'm going with this. Where I am going is that a lot of people were like, oh my god, I can't believe I had a non-gender binary phase. That is so cringe. And that made me notice this person just wanted to feel special on the internet. But there are some people that legitimately don't feel that they fit in with the female experience nor the male experience. And I don't think that's any of my business. That's their experience, you know. I feel like that a lot too. Like, I don't feel like a man nor a woman. I know I am a biological woman. You don't need to inform me about that. Trust me, I am reminded of it every fucking day. Trust. but there are a lot of experiences where I just don't fall in either. And like I said, that's just my life, and I don't think it's that. You know, I'm just trying to live my life in a way that's not miserable for myself. Pienso que también tiene que ver con neurotransmitters. Influyen. Yeah, it actually does. Like, autistic people are more, they have a more overactive amygdala. So that's why. This isn't to be offensive or anything, but I feel like there's a difference between asexual people and asexual people who are thirsty as hell with anime. That's called fictosexual people for a lot. I know that not a lot of people like that label, but I think I might fall in that label. But like I said, I don't really give a shit about labels, you know. I like fictional characters. But I don't think that has anything to do with my asexuality. Only label I want is record label. Ya que varían en personas versus personas con variables de factores. Yeah. I know that people can be true because you're asexual, but also LeBron games of gooning. For me, it was mostly getting more comfortable with myself, then let me disentangle some of my attractions, such envy, feelings. Yeah, for me, I have some periods of my life where I genuinely hate my femininity. Like, I hate, like, sometimes being a woman is a performance to me. I do it because it's what's gonna get me the least negative reaction in society. Like, if I start wearing a chest binder, you know, I get a boycott or something, and I dress like a boy, I feel like I'm gonna get a negative reaction from a lot of people around me. But if I dress more girl-coded, that I'm the norm, you know? And there are some days where I want to be a girly girl, and that's fine and dandy and really fun. But, for example, when I used to cosplay male characters, I would feel really good, and it would give me a different kind of confidence. I don't know. It depends on the day. And I don't think that's anything bad. And I don't know, like, I feel like with the gender thing, it's the same thing. Like, people read into it too deeply. Like, I've had guys tell me that, oh, they wanted to experiment with fashion, but they don't because they're a guy and men's clothing is boring. That's such a sad, like, honestly, that's fucking sad. I think that's really, really sad that a lot of people get so stuck in, like, societal expectations based on gender that they don't get to experiment and experience their life to the fullest. You're not hurting anyone by painting your nails or putting makeup on. Or if you're a girl, you're not hurting anyone by shaving your head or doing whatever. Like, it's not that fucking serious, you know? Big Tex, thank you for following. Hablo de parte de woman or parte for autism in woman. Yeah, actually, there was like a study I read the other day that was like the overactive amygdala that a lot of autistic people have is what makes a lot of autistic people be more empathetic. But it's not just like empathy, it's literally feeling other people's emotions. And that's why I think I've always felt that a lot of autistic people have like their third eye open. Let me try to explain a little bit of what sexual attraction feels like for me. It's usually presence, a laugh, a smell. Lord have mercy, I would love to have more of that in my life. But, okay, wait. For me, it's like, what makes it inherently sexual? Is it like you would have sex with them given the chance? Because I know there's like crushes, and then there's like romantic, and there's sexual. Because there's some people that you have sexual attraction to that you are not romantically attracted to. Like, just because you want to fuck someone doesn't mean that you want to date them. Or vice versa. I don't know. She has a whole thing on gender as a performance. Judith Butler? Wait, that name sounds really familiar. She looks very familiar. I don't know if I've read her work or not. But yeah, I do think gender is a performance. For both, and it goes both ways. I think that for men, a lot of time, I don't think I've had a man express this to me. A lot of you guys are male. You guys can tell me if this is an experience for you. But have you ever forced yourself to do something because it's the more manly thing to do, even though your head would... / your heart was not 100% in it? Because that has happened to me as a girl. Like, there's been moments where I do something just because, like, it's expected of me as a woman, but my heart / head is not in it, you know? Completely normal until someone talks to you for about 15 seconds. Me? I feel like that's wrong too. There are so many ways you can dress as a man. It's just different. I just think men are less imaginative about creating outfits. What's the name of that guy on TikTok / Instagram that his outfits are like God sent, and he does men's fashion because like that's his thing, and he looks so he cannot make a bad outfit. Like, holy shit. But he makes videos a lot of the time catering towards men who feel like they can't experiment with fashion, and he looks fucking cool. Fashion doesn't need gender labels. Yeah. Telling that to the boomers and no, for real. They don't get it. They don't get the vision. It's their fault that they live their life in NPC mode. That's why it's so hard for me to agree / participate in sides and communities overall. There's always the strict labels, boxes, rule. I can't fully ever agree with it. Same. Like, for me, I tried, like, engaging more in online communities for asexual people, but I found that a lot of them would just like keep trying to universally define asexuality as a one-size-fits-all label, and that's just not the case. I think we're better off as defining asexuality as like a lack or very little sexual attraction. If you don't neatly fit in there, that's fine, because it's an umbrella term anyway. I haven't had a crush since I was 12. It kind of worries me sometimes. I have like friend crushes or like interest crushes, but it's not like a crush. Like, there are some times where I'm like, I want more of this person in this life, but I don't want to touch him. It's how you feel, because I love men now ties. And people look at weird for me for trying it. Yeah, there's been times where I experiment with something and people are like, is that a men's like outfit? You look very familiar. I upload to TikTok and Instagram. She's a great writer of feminism and gender. I will check her out. I feel like she looks very familiar. I've either heard from their like podcasts and stuff. I don't know, because I watch a lot of like interview podcasts with authors. Yeah, your early teenage days is probably more common to fall in love with the looks at first, not after the body. Yeah, I feel like for some people, they fall in love with someone just because they look good. And some people might argue that's not love. But to them, that's their experience of love. Because I've seen people who get very infatuated with someone, but they don't know the first thing about them. And they even marry them sometimes. Like, it's really crazy. But I don't know, I feel like it's such a different experience for everyone. ¿Cómo terminamos hablando de todo esto? No tengo ni idea. Sé quién es. Hay otro que sigo, hombre, a apoyarlo. Feast on Fire. And the androgynous. I love androgynous fits. Honestly, for me, weather has a bigger impact on my fashion than gender. The weather here is the same every day because I live in Puerto Rico. So I'm just, like, right now I'm in an experimenting phase. My main inspo was, like, horror game protagonists from, like, Japanese games from the early 2000s. But yeah, I love soft goth and dark academia. I love dark academia. I love it. But honestly, like, a lot of dark academia fits, I feel like they don't look the same on me than like on people online, because I used to experiment a lot with dark academia, but there's something missing from when I do it. I don't know what it is. Do you just want them as a pet? Who? ¿Cómo tienes amigos? Men's your size shop in the boys section. For that, I'll say it's more of a moment-to-moment thing. If given the opportunity, the right happens, absolutely, let's get into it. But just easily, the moment can be gone. It started out for me as attraction, engagement, more engagement, actual invitation, then I'm more ready to go. At any point, there's rejection or non-reception, the motion/engagement ends. That, I don't know, like, these are the moments where for me, I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, like, I think people misunderstand me when they hear me say I'm asexual. Like, I am, but I can recognize someone being extremely attractive, especially women. Like, I get it 100%. But for me, what's confusing is what's deterministic. Like, when do you do... Like, I think some people are nymphomaniacs. Some people just be having sex with anyone. But to me, that is such an intimate thing, you know? Like, sex to me is something so... Like, it's so vulnerable. You're naked. And not only are you naked, you are either entering someone or letting someone enter you. Literally. I don't think that's something... Like, I don't understand doing that with a stranger or someone that's not extremely special to you. But I guess it depends with everyone, you know? Vertically challenged. I don't usually join any community, but from what you said, it sounds like a strict religion at some point. Yeah, honestly, that's why, like, I think a lot of people end up misunderstanding people who are in the LGBTQ plus community, because they see people online treating it like a cult. But you have to remember that people online are just a very vocal minority. That is all they are. I promise you that if you step outside and talk to real people, you're gonna realize that, wow, everyone's so fucking different. So that's what annoys me a lot about the online community surrounding the LGBT. It's very annoying. Because they make a lot of people look bad. It's the reality, unfortunately. Like, I've had people tell me, like, oh, that's some woke shit. Because I choose the narrow ace label. Or when I talk about my gender experience. Which, you know what? Like, if someone's already approaching it like that, I know that no matter what I say, their view is not going to change. So it's like, whatever. But there are some people who are just genuinely asking questions and trying to understand my labels more. And I'm not going to get mad at them because they don't know something. But online, I've seen a lot of people in the community who get very angry when someone doesn't understand something about, let's say, asexuality or gay people or transgender people or non-binary people, like chill. Like these things are not something that people know by default. It's not that serious. I don't know. There was a really beautiful button up I saw with black and red butterflies. I love that. It was out of your budget. Oh no! You know, there's this brand called Lady Kamatoshi, and she has like these jackets where she has like ants sewed onto it, and it looks like there's little ants walking on you. I love insects. So yeah. What did I miss? We're just talking about sexuality. I like going to thrifts and finding 60s and 70s ties for my neck, and we need to go to thrift shops. I want to go thrift shopping so badly. I think Dark Academia has 60% outfits and 40% vibes. You gotta, yeah. I gotta be more pretentious. My heart's not in it. I need to be the most annoying person ever. I need to tell people about my love for Russian literature. I like wearing outfits that make me look more androgynous. Some days I feel less like a girl and more like some sort of personal shape. That is me. Some days, that's why I love box fits, where you can't see the shape of my body. I love those. But other days I'm like, putita. Like when I wear my femme tartaglia outfit, sorry, I'm gonna say it, but my titties, they look so good, you guys. And but other days I want to rip off my tits, you know. I love our college outfits tradition here. I love that. They look really cute. Cheers. Blessings from Germany. Wow. Hello, Mariano. Beauty, internal and external, makes majestic vibe. I agree. The most beautiful people are beautiful inside and out. Like you, Muffin. De la comunidad de... Wow, wow, wow! Give him to me! Expert Phantom! Thank you for the sub! Most queer people who are doing well don't talk about it because they're busy living their lives. I agree. I feel like it's the difference between people who've only experienced queer spaces online versus being a person who touches grass. Usually most vocal ones are your first discovering yourself, in my opinion. Yeah, honestly, I don't hold it against them because a lot of the time they're just teenagers. And we're all rebellious and stupid when we're teenagers, like, let's be real. I don't like bringing up my bisexuality outside of, damn, Grace has a nice ass here and there. It does get me mistaken for a dude online, though. For me, like, I bring it up because I get hit on by people on occasion. Or people are trying to pursue me romantically, and I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't like rejecting people. It makes me feel really bad. So I just, like, give them a heads up, like, hey, we can be besties. But this is me, okay? And that's the other end. I'm a Christian. I abstain from frivolous sex, nor do I really want to have it. I'm a very emotional person. I know you get that now. And it feels wrong to not love someone and get... Yeah, for me, like, hooking up with someone who you don't feel, like, that level of intimacy for it, like, it's... I don't want to judge people, okay? If you like sleeping around, just do it safely. Just do it safely. But I think most people, when they do that, they're either having some sort of, like, insecurity. They're trying to prove themselves to other people and they feel deeply empty inside. Or they're trying to, like, patch up some sort of pain that they're going through with sex and it doesn't work. And a lot of people set themselves up for emotional failure by having a lot of one-night stands. Just saying, that's just my experience. Listening to other people who do it a lot. You know? But I don't know, you guys can disagree with me. That's what I hate about sex. I refuse to participate. I don't like being that vulnerable. I think it's slimy. Okay, but hear me out. It's very overstimulating and slimy in practice. That's all. That's all. Like, having someone moaning in your ear and like producing fluids is not something that sounds appealing to me. No, pangalan yan. We're talking about it in a very serious manner. Ah, wait, Ivany, you gifted the sub. Thank you, Ivany. Ahora fue que lo vi. Sorry. I've always wanted to thrift. Let's find thrift shops and go together. We'll bring Mufflin and Ivany because we need a gallina. It somehow sent my message twice. I didn't do that, by the way. Not sure what happened. That happens to me with Twitch sometimes. So yeah. Lol, that scream. Can a blind person guess how a person looks like? If they've been always blind, then probably not. You're obsessed with yourself? No! Chill, daddy, chill. What the fuck? Morong, I gifted this. I didn't see it. Es que estaba viendo la notificación de aquí. Oh, Ivany, thank you. I didn't need that. Thank you. Yay! Gracias, Ivany, for your kind gesture. Okay, I'm almost caught up with chat, you guys. I think if you start talking about Genshin Impact, you might... Yeah. Vamos, do it. Do the yeah. Yeah. Okay, there you go. You might not have to turn out most of it just... You know, in my experience, most people who have ended up confessing to me, it's because I listen to them. I think a lot of people who end up telling me that they're in love with me, I have a hunch that they're not actually in love with me. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But the reason I say that is because I think that a lot of people have never actually fallen in love with someone. They just think they're in love. And I think a lot of people have just never been listened to by someone in a genuine manner, and also experienced legitimate empathy by someone who just wants to listen and cherish you for no gain, just for the sake of for the love of the game, you know? And they end up confessing to me, and I'm just like, does this person even know anything about me? Like, I don't know. A lot of the time, like, they're not even that close to me in the first place to say something like that. And sometimes they are, but I still, don't get me wrong, I think maybe some of them were in love with me, but in other cases, I do think, like, is this person in love with me, or is this person, do they just like how they feel around me? I don't know. I mean, that was sarcasm, but kind of serious too. Thanks for thinking about it. I want to try eating jellyfish someday. I saw that apparently that was trendy in Japan right now. I'm vegan, so. Wait, I need to sing the jellyfish song now. There was a group of scientists in the Arctic Circle, and they were doing some research on the local animals. And then they went to the ocean, and that's when they saw the penis jellyfish. Penis, 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 the penis jellyfish. Penis, penis, penis. Reading tit! The lack of experience in romance enemy. How do you handle them? A love confession? It doesn't happen to me as often anymore because, like I said, I come out as Arrow Ace from the get-go. But obviously I do reject them, but I don't blame them because you can't really control your feelings towards someone. It's not the same way I can't control the fact that I'm Arrow Ace. You can't control the fact that you can't choose who you fall in love with. So, that's my first thing. Like, I'm flattered, and I'm sorry that I can't return these feelings, but I hope that you could, if it's harmful for you to stay with me as a friend, then I'm gonna be sad that you're no longer my friend, but, I respect your decision. But if you're able to stay friends with me in spite of not me being able to reciprocate that, then, Been there. En mi caso, yo pienso, no tengo nada atractivo para atraerle o entender cómo fue que es verdad que le guste. Siento que es una versión que no soy. Yeah, I think a lot of people like the idea of me, but they don't like me. And I even feel that for friends sometimes. Like, I think some friends like... I felt that some friends like how they can access me, what I can give to them, but they don't like me. And it can be a painful realization sometimes. But it happens. Wait, I'm gonna bonita find myself. Okay, I'm gonna do a 4-step bonita time. Oh no. Okay, wait. This got auto-modded and I can't, but I'm gonna read it out real loud. No one to blame. Also, B, I know you have the ability to find yourself, blah, but you are attractive. And when someone feels like something is missing, connection, companionship, love, acceptance, some people are willing to try any situation that shows any positive feedback. Listening/accepting. What? I mean, thank you. Honestly, I just think of my body as a biological vessel. And like, I don't know. Some people are willing to try any... Can you explain no one to blame? I'm not sure if I understood. I'm sorry. Some people are really, we discussed this before, they are so intimacy deprived and inexperienced in interpersonal relationships that they will fluff through deep and meaningful connections because they don't know what else to call this bond besides attraction. The want for more. Exactly. For me, it's like, I think, and I'm not just saying this because I'm asexual. For me, I think some people are not, like, I've felt that, okay, I think you're only saying you're in love with me, and maybe, perhaps you are. I cannot decide that for you. But I think that mayhaps you're only saying this because you've never experienced this level of, like, vulnerability with someone or kindness with someone. Because I've found that people who confess very easily to being in love with people are usually that kind of person. But I know it depends. I feel like some people prefer superficial version of myself rather than the authentic version. I also feel that, like, I'm gonna keep bonifying. Okay, anyways. I feel like a lot of people want me to be like a version of myself that's very idealized, but it's not me, you know? And it can feel a little bit more, I don't know, it just makes me feel dehumanized sometimes because they rather me perform than be my authentic self, you know? I got a Chick-fil-A instead of Wendy's. Give me some of them fries, please. I've really been wanting fries this last month. 4 steps, we need a bonita routine. I think everyone in the stream loves you. I love you guys too. I genuinely do. You said that you didn't understand why people hit on you. Ah! I still don't, I don't know. There's much more attractive and kinder people than me out there. I still don't fully get it. I just think I offer a safe space, and that is all. I don't see anything beyond myself in terms of that. I take it as a compliment, obviously, but I can empathize, but I don't feel the same thing, you know? I'm gonna go sleep, guys. See you tomorrow. Keep up with the great reflections. I love these kind of streams. No plan for today. Just going 10 out of 10 so far. Thank you, Rafa, and good night. Good luck with everything, and I hope that the answers are revealed to you in your dreams. Something important I wanted to ask you. If you finished ReZero season... No, terminado todavía, no. Me puse a ver película. It's probably because you got a vibrant personality. Most people find it cool at first glance. Really? You know, I feel like at first glance I have a vibrant personality, but I feel like I get calmer the more you get to know me. I feel like a lot of people would be very disappointed if they lived with me, you know? Live by your name, just be yourself. Thank you. Exactly. Well, B, I like you just the way you are. You've brought so much good into my life just by sharing your thoughts. I may not know you on a personal level, but from what I've seen, you've told me I like the version you've shown me. Thank you, Tyler. That means a lot. I feel like I've gotten better about like not hiding myself so much and just, you know, I don't need to perform. I can just be. No pun intended. And I feel the same way about you, Tyler. I'm really glad that you're part of this community and that you share your authentic opinions here because you have a lot of insightful thoughts. I think that you will experience a genuine romantic sentiment when the appropriate individual enters your life. Yeah, the appropriate individual is Tartaglia from the hit game Genshin Impact. I feel romantic and very sexual feelings towards Tartaglia from the hit game Genshin Impact because I am Zhongli and that is my wife. So yeah. Hi, Lenny. ¿Por qué? Ya volví. I went to deposit my check. Nice! But some people hitting on you have to have you around them right now. They also might be hitting on those other people too. I also suspect that you are much nicer than those other people. Yeah, no, I've noticed that some of the people that have hit on me, they hit on other people around me too. I think they're just trying to get with anyone. I think you're right. Having to live with you might not meet the expectation. We have seen Sancho's... Hey, Sancho's a very happy boy, very sexual feelings. Yes, we know. I mean, it's my wife. It's my wife, you guys. Is it so bad that a man loves his wife and makes sweet, sweet love to her every night? Hi, elephant friend, super mild. Okay, wait, let me do the last step. You're going to San Diego. Do you feel bonita? Wonderful, because you look bonita. I have certain people I can't bring female friends around, and it's very... Yeah, there are some people that just cannot see women as people and see them all as potential sex partners. Yeah, that tells me a lot about their worldview. Just saying. I don't know. You might disagree with me, but... Alternative is living in the streets of Cuba. What? How you doing, V? I'm good. How about you, Sensei? Most confessions are based on appearance when meeting someone. If you like their looks and don't want to miss the chance to be with them, you idealize all the superficial aspects of love and many other romantic things that, if you don't like a little, don't make sense if what you're looking for is a good relationship. But, okay, I've had people who, like, okay, when I say confession, I mean like a dead-ass confession. I've had people who, like, at first glance ask me out because they find me attractive. I think there's that, but there's also people that after months of knowing you or after a long time of knowing you, they're like, hey, I'm in love with you. That's different, you know? I feel like I missed an entire topic. We've just been going with the flow. I think sometimes people correlate a genuine emotional connection with a friend as romantic feelings. See, that's what I think too, honestly. And I think that a lot of people just can't bear being friends with the opposite sex because they automatically classify everything as love. But sometimes you're a very good friend with someone, but then when you pursue romantic/sexual feelings with them, it doesn't work out. And I think a lot of the times the sex/romance ruins it. And I think that's why it might be important for people who do experience sexual/romantic attraction to be able to discern that. Because like I said, sometimes people are great for being your friend, but that doesn't mean that they're great for a relationship, if that makes any sense. I showed my store manager Genshin Impact and had her late different characters, and she said Tartaglia was her type, ginger and blue eye. Hey, that's my wife. That's my wife, though. Well, nothing. I'm just playing a game as usual. But I might play Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I hope you enjoy it. I think having a friend girl is much harder than having a girlfriend. I don't know. I have both friends. I have friends who are girls. I have friends who are boys, and yeah, they're just they're dandy. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry if any of you guys did not like this topic, but I thought it was cool. I thought it was really cool, you guys. Reading chat. They have DLC characters from Mega Man, and they have to read Oh, nice. How did we get on the conversation of sexual feelings? I have no idea, but it's been very interesting thus far. I have a best friend who's a girl, and I see her as a small sister, and I'd like to bully her in a fun way. She's older than me, but I call her a younger sister. You know, that's happened to me. Like, I thought this girl was about to confess to me for a moment, not gonna lie. And she did admit to me that she did have a crush on me. But I saw her as a little sister, and I could not see her as anything other than. But, yeah. She no longer feels that way. She does have a partner, and I'm so happy. I'm very happy because she's still my little sister. Never every sexuality her. Like, it never sexualized her. But yeah, I think some people can't put their sexuality aside, and they just view the opposite sex or the sex that they're attracted to as a potential sex partner. And I think those people are not people I want in my life as an asexual person for very obvious feelings. Oh. But I think I have talked about it very briefly, and I won't get into it, but I've had the very unfortunate experience of being in a relationship. But it was, I feel like I'm gonna do a story time someday. I've actually, oh god. That's gonna be a story time for another. Sometimes you cannot help but develop these feelings. Yeah, of course, that's obvious. The same way I can't help the fact that I'm asexual. Yeah, like, I don't blame people for developing feelings. B gets all the bitches and at the same time has 0 bitches. I have a wife! Oh, God. I used to not be able to say no to people. And it was very bad. I had to work on it. Like, it was an actual problem for me that I could not say no to people, and I was a pushover. And it was really, really bad. And when I was younger, someone confessed to me, and I didn't know how to reject them, and I ended up on a relationship with them. However, this person was very obviously not actually in love with me. Like, this person, and I won't, I don't mind talking to you guys about this, but it's just like when I think about that moment in my life. Because it was really weird. But no, there was a time where the manipulated story is another one. No, but this wasn't a full-blown relationship. I was in a very bad friend group for a while. And they were like, you're not asexual. You just haven't experimented enough. You can't be asexual. You have big boobies. I wish that were a joke. No, man, he got it right, but it's always the wrong way. I hate getting to know one besides my beautiful wife who absorbed you. You know what? Your wife can be beautiful without you putting down my wife. My wife is the most beautiful, though. I'm gonna goon to my wife right now. Let me see a picture of my wife. Motorboating time, you guys. I can't. Yes, exactly. Breast size is proportional to sexuality. You know what? I think to a lot of people, it's like that. I think a lot of people see a woman with big breasts or a big ass and they think that she's a slut, even though there's no correlation. What the fuck? You know what, Manny? I think if you saw the picture that I was seeing, you might be like, nice, bro, nice. Nice, bro. Nice. I can't. Te la mando. Dale, yo te la mando. Yo confío en ti. Tú me envías. Ya, esto es como un pacto. Okay, wait. Wait, I have so many. It's not that bad, but it is nice. I think it's nice. I think it's nice. I think it looks really good. Reading Jet! Siento que tu alteración fue tan genuina. It is very. God damn! Exactly! Bro! You get it? Do you get it? God damn! No es fácil, ser Chongli no es fácil. Ser Chongli no es fácil, guys. No está fácil. Esta situación no está. How did we get on this topic? I was gone for 1 minute. Sorry. Obviously, by that friend group's logic, no one can be hetero unless they tried being gay. Exactly, no, and yeah, dead ass, that was them though. They were like on both ends of the spectrum with that opinion. Whenever I think about, one day I'm gonna do a draw my life, and you guys are gonna be like, everything makes sense now. On the topic of crushes, I turn into such a fucking idiot when I have a crush on someone. I feel like I'm so obviously awkward and cringe. That's one of my friends a few months ago. She had a crush on someone, and she was like, she's literally one of the smartest people I know, and she turned into a fucking moron. I say that with love. I say that with love. I say that with love. Nice. Hablas de ser Chong-Li the same way we complain about B. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Did I get too goony? I'm sorry. How did we get on the conversation of big boobs? Ah, it was because I had like... I had someone tell me that like, oh, you haven't experimented enough. And plus your body type, you can't be asexual. You have big boobies. That was the topic. I ain't taking it back. Even for a homie, my dignity is more than theirs. What are you talking about, bro? Esto no está fácil. Ah, es que ser Chong-Li no es fácil. Eso no está fácil. No. No es fácil. No es fácil. No es fácil. No tengo manera de librarme de estos pensamientos pecaminosos. No es fácil. No es fácil. No es fácil. I've told you about the girl I like. Me tiene pendejo también. Honestly, you know what? I can't blame you guys. But instead of me falling in love with people and becoming a moron, I'm just a moron in general. I'm a moron for Genshin. See? How can B not be bisexual if Tartaglia looks like a man? No. Fem Tartaglia. Pensado sobre eso. Wow! World Bell Stone! Thank you for following! I'm trying to remember the last time you tried to draw something on the stream that it didn't look like a plastic toy that had been left out. What's that supposed to mean? My art was beautiful. I beg your finest pardon. Please do draw me stream soon. You mean like a draw my life stream? I may be stupid. I can't tell whoever said that to you was trying to insult you or compliment you. Do you know those friend groups that they're like mean? They're like nice mean nice. You know when they're like, oh my god, I love your shirt. Like that. I'm glad you're honest about it. About being a moron? Yeah. Te dijo a tu wife? Sí. Te puedo pagar. Hi, World Bowstone. Por eso, Femme Tartada parece diseño de hombre convertido a girl. No. Wait, ¿qué tú enviaste? ¡Ah! Si tú supieras las fotos que yo tengo guardadas en mi teléfono, Manny, güey. Si tú supieras. God damn. But whenever I am... What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? Stop LARPing! That's true, why friends bully each other. Yeah. No, but there's like teasing bullying, like you don't mean to hurt that person, but then there's like taunting, you know? Maybe in the middle of the week, I'll try. Only if you want to, but I encourage your drawing. I can draw you something too. This world bows to me. Ah! I'm sorry, I mispronounce everyone's name. World bows to me. World bows to me. Ah, bows. Bow. As in bow. Ah, I hate homographs in English because you have no way of knowing if they're pronounced differently. You know how there's like content and content? And they're both spelled the same way. Same thing with asses and assess. Like, what the fuck, English? Your mummy trap is hanging out of your sweater? Oh, you mean my... Ah, this! I got scared. It was my modesty cover. I don't know. It's so okay. Hola, Vi. Eres mi fan. Mándame una despedida. ¿Te vas a ir? Bueno, íbamos a hacer algo hasta que vio tu galería. ¿Qué pasa con mi galería? Okay, let me see. Let me see what I got saved. Oh, yeah. I can't send these to him. I'm not a pervert. I'm not a pervert. I'm not a pervert. I'm not a pervert, and I'm not gay. I'm not a pervert, and I'm not gay. I'm not a pervert, and I'm not gay! Hi, damn taquito! Very true, she's mispronounced my username since I've first been here. Wait! Revanchiste? Revanchiste. 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 How the fuck am I supposed to? Guys, it's a lot. Salon Paz? Salon Paz? The pain thingies? Names are so funny. They are. Acho, no me digas que lo tienes en pleno count. I was. Ah, yeah, I don't hide anything in my camera roll. I don't care. If you're looking through my phone, you know what you're gonna find. I'm a grown-ass adult. You know what I'm doing with my free time. You know what I do when I go to sleep. I'm an adult. Who cares? I'm a married man. What the fuck do you think I have saved on my phone? I have nothing to hide. Yeah, I have pictures of my wife on my phone. That's my wife. If you're looking through my phone, that's your problem, bro. Why the fuck are you looking? And if you're looking to see my wife, hey, that's my wife. Yesterday, my assistant manager, who's up with Tartaglia, who gave me medicine, didn't know they were sleepy medicine. And what? What medicine? I mean, I'm glad you slept, though. Hi, damn taquito. Reventiste. How the fuck was I reading as Reventiste? Are you sure about that? Chocho needs clothes. I'm not gay. Coño, respeto eso. Qué bueno que está censurado. I'm back. The academic dispute has been sorted. And now I have a really angry ex-partner and shortened list of requirements for the... Hey! I'm glad you were able to settle that, actually. Because usually professors are not very understanding. Just don't look at my shit. Exactly! I got pics of my wife también. Exactly! No, wait, God, I didn't get how to say. Wait, the assistant managers gave someone a roofie? Songji. No, guys, I found another pervert like me, and she has a Twitter account, and she draws. And she draws femme Tartaglia. With big boobies. And Jean-Lee reeling. This is my second time wearing this dress. Revanchiste. This whole hard over text, the chapter. Revanchiste. Revanchist? Revanchist. What was that sound? Oh, that was the sound of my sexual awakening. Revanchist. Revanchiste. I'm sorry, does it bother you? They were too strong for me. She said it was a sleepy med or something. She overheard me complaining about me struggling to sleep. But was it a prescription medication? Revanchist. Is it that? Revanchest. So little off topic, I forgot to mention, I passed the background check for my volunteer fire department. I just need either to get a Virginia license or my driving records from Kentucky to go to the next step of the hiring process. Awesome! I wish you a lot of success and luck in your career path. Yes. Those are not my secrets. Those are not my secrets. Those are not my secrets, guys. You guys know how I feel about Tartaglia from the hit game Genshin Impact. This is not a secret. I'm very honest about my feelings. The amazing last thing that you saw, this pervert that draws waifus, is called a mirror. There's no one else with your weird fetishes living in your bathroom. In my bathroom? I'm actually kind of good at corporate school politics things. I basically just had to put my foot down. I wouldn't let him compromise my grade. And he snapped. All I had to do was ask him to either explain further or forward to the professor. Honestly, I'm glad it worked out because deadass, I've been in that situation. Ow, my legs. And I've had professors who just don't give a shit, and I had to end up doing the work for everyone else. Good night, Mufflin. Wait, I'm gonna out my knees. I was sitting on my knees, and now they hurt. I need a snack. I'm hungry. I don't have food. I would have to like cook. Oh no. Oh no. This is terrible, you guys. I have nothing to eat. Oh, I can eat a spoonful of peanut butter. I can do that. I do that a lot. Like, usually I don't have something to eat, but I always have peanut butter because I love peanut butter. So I eat peanut butter instead of food. There we go. You guys like peanut butter as much as I do? I would gain like 20 pounds if I ate the whole jar. Uh-oh, Sancho knows I opened the peanut butter jar. Sancho really likes peanut butter. I fucking fuck with peanuts. I would fuck a peanut butter jar if I had a dick. Like, it tastes so good. More espresso? Yeah, my espresso is finished. Reading tip! Wait, Sancho, okay, Sancho, I'll give you some peanut butter. Now I feel bad if I don't give him peanut butter. Okay, have some peanut butter, bro. Only a little bit. Wait. I need to get a clean spoon for Cho-Cho. Only a little bit. Guys, this peanut butter brand slaps. Y'all gotta try this shit. Someone put their whole ass pushy. Okay, reading tit. Did you just say you would fuck a peanut butter? Yes, it tastes amazing. Well, yeah, it's kind of hard for administrators to ignore when your partner, yeah, because then they can be held liable if something happens, so it makes sense. I'm glad I'm not the only person that sometimes just eats a spoonful of peanut butter. It slaps. And this brand is really good. It doesn't give me a stomach ache. Like, if I were to eat a spoonful of Jif, or of, like, what's that other really common peanut butter brand? I forgot. It would give me a stomach ache, but this one doesn't. Manny boy! I know you gotta check today, but you better be buying yourself something nice. So, thank you for your donation. I haven't checked it. I haven't checked it. Let me check the coffee. Let me check the coffee. I don't have food. Pues compra gay. Thank you. No me tiene. I'm not gay though. No me tienes que hacer eso. Thank you. I'll cook something. Y voy a ir al supermercado maybe si tengo tiempo. I'll buy something nice tomorrow. Yay! It'll make me really happy if you do. You can show me. I would be such a bad influence if we were friends. I would show up with toast and put peanut butter. No, I fucking love bread with peanut butter. Oreos with peanut butter. Strawberries with peanut butter. Just peanut butter. I love peanut. Like, I think I had a... Have you guys noticed that I haven't been eating Uncrustables anymore? My dad stopped buying them for me because I was like, Dad, I'm not eating. I'm only eating Uncrustables. You cannot keep enabling this behavior. But I feel like I was just eating it. Titties with peanut butter. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. My wife. Anyways, as I was saying, I feel like I would just eat Uncrustables to have an excuse to eat peanut butter. But my dad also really likes peanut butter, so I think I got it from him. Okay, wait. Reading chat. Manny, wait. Yo espero que sea sido un glitch. I hope that was a glitch. It was not a glitch. Peanut butter on Reza's feet. Nice! Thank you for... Okay, that's a valid donation. Yo haría igual si tuviera. Have you tried rice with peanut? I have. I've tried like, I think it's Thai food. I've tried the Thai noodles with peanut butter. It tastes really good. What? No more Uncrustables. Yes, no more. They're not very healthy. Too much jelly. Just maximize bread and peanut butter intake. Exactly. So I went to Red River Gorge, and there's this guy who sells organic peanut butter, homegrown. That must taste so fucking good. That must taste so good. I want to try that peanut butter. No, actually, this is the only peanut butter I've tried it's the only ingredient is peanut. It's just mashed peanuts, as it should be. If you go to the ingredients in other peanut butter brands, there's like 20 ingredients, which is fine. A lot of them are just preservatives and other things. Those, you know, I'm not a pseudoscience person, but they gave me a tummy ache. And I'm a tummy ache girly. But I can eat a spoonful of this and not get a tummy ache. That's a miracle. And thank you. Actually, Mufflin was the one who put me on this brand. So Mufflin, thank you. And they have the crunchy one. I also have a jar of crunchy peanut butter. I buy them in a 4-pack on Amazon. So right now I have 3 jars of peanut butter. Thank you. Does your waifu like peanut butter? Of course. Actually, canonically, maybe she's never been exposed to peanut butter because didn't the USSR not ever get peanut butter? Is that not a thing? Thank you for listening. Noodles with PB. No, it tastes really good because they put like sesame oil and soy sauce, and it actually combines really well. Lenny, what did you do? Guys. Tung Sahur cosplay when? I don't know if I'm gonna cosplay Tung Sahur, Lenny. But thank you for the donation. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate donate. Thank you. I just feel awkward when I receive it because I feel like I don't deserve. PB&J's made me who I am today. Same. I am who I am because of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Against? What the fuck is that kind of question? Pretty sure data science is pseudoscience. What do you mean is pseudoscience? Don't let me near crunchy peanut butter. No, like crunchy peanut butter, I fucked that shit up. It's so good. I remember when I tried it for the first time, I was like, The person who invented that is a fucking genius. V's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's actually, I'm gonna teach you guys a really cool life hack. I make myself a smoothie every day, and I put a spoonful of peanut butter in it. Smoothies taste so much better with peanut butter. Like, and it gives it a little bit of protein, so it's really cool. Tralalero, tralala cosplay. Albert Phantom cosplay. Miku cosplay when? But I've cosplayed Miku many times. Apparently, yeah, I saw that someone cosplay Tung 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 Sahur here. You gotta cosplay the Goat Triple T. And I go back to the George, want to see if I can grab you a jar? Are you able to ship that? I would pay for that, not gonna lie, because I fucking love peanut butter, Migu. I hope the guy who invented peanut butter got the blowjob of his life. I'm glad that you guys all agree, because when I ate a spoonful of mayonnaise, you guys fucking started... Like, everyone rallied against me. I think mayonnaise tastes delicious. See, I think this is where I'm gonna lose a lot of you guys. You guys are gonna be like, okay, no, that's crossing a line. That's crossing a line. Yes, I ate a spoonful of mayonnaise because mayonnaise tastes great. See, you guys are turning against me. Mayonnaise is really good. It's vegan mayonnaise, so it doesn't have egg, but it tastes the same. At least, honestly, can non-vegans who've tried vegan mayonnaise tell me if they feel the same way? But the mayonnaise from Hellmann's, the same mayonnaise brand that you probably buy, makes a vegan mayo. And to me, it tastes exactly the same as regular mayo. But anyways, I love that shit. I love it. I love it. You know, sometimes I would just eat toast with mayonnaise. You guys, I'm gonna lose all of you. So suddenly I'm gonna have 0 viewers. She does it because she's better than all of us. Yeah, I think you have to be superior to enjoy mayo. Viewers go down to 0, unsubbed, unfollowed. By the game I was playing, it was over. It's time to get back to being responsible. Buena suerte. All my coworkers and even my manager's assistants think I'm weird for eating a jar of cottage cheese in front of... You eat a jar? Like, okay, I like mayonnaise, but I wouldn't eat a jar of it. But you're talking about cottage cheese. How do you guys feel about cottage cheese? If you really want to polarize the hatred, tell them to prefer Miracle Whip over mayonnaise. Wait, what was Miracle Whip? Is it like Cool Whip? Oh god, now she's being pretentious about mayo. You guys want me to eat a spoonful of mayo right now? Is mayonnaise French? I'm seeing a pattern. I think peanut butter is not French. This is the least French thing ever. I feel like this is very American. No! I'm getting the mayonnaise. I'm hungry. So you know what? I am gonna eat a spoonful of mayonnaise. Sometimes I do be like that. I kind of live in an ingredient household. So, you know what? This is the mayonnaise. Everyone's gonna rebel against me. This is the one I buy. That's good. That's good. I don't know what you guys are going on about. Do you guys not like mayo? I think, honestly, I don't know why you guys have anything against it. I think it's a burst of flavor and it tastes really good. And it leaves like a nice aftertaste in your mouth. Why does it have weed in the design? Por eso me gusta el mayo. A burst of bullshit. Well, she did it. Wait, the last peek at the camera reveals she is just sleepy drunk again. I'm not. I'm a little bit sleepy. I'm hungry. It would be difficult, but I would do it for the low, low price of free. No! 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 No, I won't allow that because it's going to be really pricey and difficult. So I will pay for it. I will pay for it. Me having low cortisol for eating mayonnaise. Well, no, it's really good. Mayonnaise, I don't understand why so many people don't like mayonnaise. Like, for example, a club sandwich without mayonnaise sucks. A club sandwich with mayonnaise, like, the club sandwich tastes good because of the mayonnaise. You understand? Can't put the toothpaste back in the tube or the mayo back in the container in this case. ¿Cuándo lo agarraste? ¿El qué? ¿El mayonnaise? Mustard? I only like mustard in one dish, and it's actually cold noodles. North Korean cold noodles taste really good with mustard. But I don't think I like mustard in anything else. However, ketchup, I love ketchup. I love ketchup. The spicy my chickens taste good with mayo plays a big part. Exactly! So what's your guys' problem with eating a spoonful of mayonnaise? I think you guys... Okay, in my defense, I never have food, but I always have a bunch of ingredients. So I have like peanut butter, I have mayonnaise, I have jelly, no bread. So when I'm hungry, sometimes I just eat a spoonful of whatever it is that I have in the fridge. Is that so weird? I don't completely disagree, but I feel like most people would say the thing that makes a club sandwich is the bacon. For me, it's no, because American bacon tastes really bad. It's really soggy, and I don't like it. It is greasy. But the mayonnaise makes everything mesh together, and it gives it like a wetness. I can't stop thinking about Kendrick Lamar when I hear mustard. Fuck you, internet. It's a combo, not the mayo alone. It's horrid. Mustard. I think you'd like to... No, I do like Dijon mustard. It tastes really good. But I don't have any dishes that I usually eat it with, you know? A mí solo me gusta la mayonesa con cosas, no, sola no. Es más para tu cumpleaños, pero I'll buy you McChicken just so you can lick the mayo. But the mayonnaise is not usually vegan. I have to buy vegan mayonnaise because al mayo le echan huevo. Y a mí el huevo... A mí me dio salmonella. I hope none of you guys ever get salmonella. Prove it. Eat a spoonful. I did the cinnamon challenge when I was a very small child, and it was a very bad idea. Don't make me wage flex on you. You wouldn't owe me. What do you mean by that? I won't hold it over your head. I just sometimes be spending money on the homies, so that I'm gonna send you something. I'm gonna send you some things. I'm gonna send you some things besides a curtain rod end that I already sent you. I think it is the music. I love ketchup. In your defense, those ingredients are food. But I imagine if you will, maybe get a couple of other ingredients, maybe enjoy the food you consume. Yeah, that's true. I buy rice. Also, think about how pretentious you could be about that jar of peanut butter. That is true. You make an interesting case, Tyler. You eat like a zombie apocalypse survivor. I eat pretty good. I'm eating a smoothie every day. And rice with vegetables. And I've been eating the same thing for like 2 months. I thought you were buying bread at the club. I don't buy bread usually. I love bread, but I don't buy it. Do you sometimes eat mayo, peanut butter, and jelly? No, not in one go. That would be weird. You better not be by rice, but not even a little bit of rice. It's like Day Survivors finding can. You literally ate the bean sprouts out of the can. No, not bean sprouts, but I've eaten garbanzo, chickpeas. I've eaten chickpeas from the can. And one time I was gonna make myself rice with chickpeas, but I kept snacking on the chickpeas, and then I realized I ate half the can. But chickpeas taste really good. Like, I think chickpeas are a very delicious snack. Am I right? Do you guys want to know the most heinous combination I've made? Guys, I promise you, I usually don't eat like this, but sometimes I get very specific cravings, okay? Like, I eat a lot of, like, Puerto Rican / Korean dishes, right? But sometimes I get cravings, and no country matches what I want. So one day I wanted rice, but I also wanted chickpeas, but I also wanted strawberry jelly. Guess who made rice with chickpeas and strawberry jelly? It tasted really good. Kimchi with peanuts? You know what? It could work if you're making like a spicy Thai dish. It could work. It could work. I've never tried it though. It's like days where I ate rice and beans for weeks and I had to stretch. Yeah, that's the thing. When you stretch money, you end up eating the same thing all the time. You look the least gay today. Maybe I'm ovulating. Hey, yo. What the fuck am I hearing? Rice with chickpea and strawberry jam? Yes, that's some pregnant girl shit. It tasted really good. It tasted really good, I promise. I promise. Though you couldn't write this stuff and present it as a short story, the publisher would say this character is unrealistic and no one will identify with that. Oh, I got this jar of homegrown peanut butter from small business over at the Appalachian Mountains, Daniel Boone National Forest. Because when I think organic, what's better than a hillbilly hippie peanut butter seller? Fuck. That does sound really good. I'm gonna have to wear an outfit to match so that I can really sell the vibe, you know? And maybe I can have some like traditional Appalachian folk music in the background, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I got a few buddies down at the Appalachians, you know. I like talking to people from all walks of life. You wouldn't get it. You know, it's kind of like that. That's some devil shit. Pineapple feet. Do you know, I've never I said pineapple feet. No, like for me, pineapple on pizza, like I've only tried it. I don't think I would order it, but I get it. Like it's a combination of sweet and salty. I think that tastes good. So you know what? I'm not against it. No country on earth has cuisine of consistent of rice, chickpea, and jam because that's on it. It tasted really good, okay? It tasted really good. When I was a kid, I used to go around the house, mix every liquid I found, and I don't eat like that, but I used to do that at restaurants. Like, I would make little potions with every ingredient I can find. Anyways. Bro, apparently we're getting stellar react. I saw that! Shit, play some to the bluegrass right now. Blue Moon over Kentucky. You know, you should send me Appalachian folk music. Why don't you? Lenny, what did you do? What did you do? I have a feeling that you're gonna make a comment about my eating habits. I'm giving vegans a bad name. With the strawberry jam thing. When you have time. Yes. Oh my god. Okay. Thank you for the donation. You did not need to do that. But yes, of course, Lenny. Seriously, you have a breakfast bar with matching chairs. What are the correct height? But you eat out of cans and jars. It's just that a lot of things make me feel bad because they have a lot of calories, so I just end up eating like a spoonful of something, and that way I don't feel that bad about it, you know? No, I do that. I insist people have tons of friends worldwide. They wouldn't get it. Meanwhile, most of them are you guys and my friend in Poland. You know, I think you're so fucking cool for having a friend in Poland because I'm in a very Polish time in my life. So, I think that makes you one-up me in that sense. I feel like I talk to a lot of people from around the world because of you guys. But in my previous job, I really did talk to a lot of people from different backgrounds. I think people would laugh at bluegrass because it's definitely what most people think when they think redneck. I wouldn't make fun of it. It's just a different culture. I forgot about the fancy tea set. The dead penguin. I don't eat like that, broski. You mixing rice with chickpeas and fucking jams because I had a craving, okay? what are these Armageddon level concoctions I'm hearing? Oh my god, is it really that weird? It wasn't weird. It tasted really good. Like, just try it. Rice, chickpeas, strawberry jam. Really good. Not a lot of strawberry jam, just like a little bit. It adds like a little kick. You get pretty reading tit. Yeah, you wouldn't get it. Fuck, I really wouldn't. I don't have a Polish friend. All vegans eat spoonfuls of mayo. Exactly. You're Mr. Worldwide. I'm not trying that. You know what? I'm gonna make it for you, and you're gonna eat it, and you're gonna be like, "Fuck! Why does it taste good?" It tasted really good. It tasted really good, you guys. Okay, like. I get very specific cravings sometimes, and that day I had a craving for chickpeas but also strawberry jam, but I didn't know how to combine it, so I put rice. Chickpeas con garbanzo, so arroz con garbanzo y mermelada de fresa. I can give you a Polish friend if you want. Can we trade? Yes! I'll give you my Chinese friend. I'm gonna be like, fuck, why does it taste like shit? B, it's not Mr. World. I don't have a large forehead. Anyways, you guys have 4 minutes. You guys have 4 minutes. I'm eepy because I was doing spring cleaning today. I was doing spring cleaning and I have to wake up early tomorrow, guys. So I have to go eat. I had to go eat. Why y'all trading international friends like TCG cards? You don't do that too, Ishmanga? I think we should all do that. I think we should all trade friends like that. Yes. You know what I want? I want Korean food. I want yubushobap or jajangmyeon. Like, those are the black noodles. Those slap. I would have them on my wife's feet. Yes. 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 It's not human trafficking. I'm about to go watch The Boys. I haven't finished season 1. I haven't watched the last season, but I did catch up. Looking to trade a Puerto Rican for an Argentinian. Argentinian! If you like assorted dessert, you might like alo alo. Wait, I think I have tried it. Let me make sure that it's the right one that I'm thinking of. Is it the one that you combine? Wait. No, never mind. I've never tried this. Wait, have I? I feel like, yeah, I tried this, but without the ice cream. I tried like everything else together, but no ice cream on it. Is it still that? I found it too sweet, but it was good, but it was too sweet. Season 5 started between, yeah, I saw it, but I saw it announced that it started, but I haven't started it yet. Sorry, balls, people. I know about K-food is beef bibimbap, or that Korean actor that keeps showing up in the commercials. Limino? That one? Currently have a Russian friend. A missile threat? Oh no, I hope she'll be okay and safe. Yeah, I have a Russian friend actually. It's various fruits with ice and milk. Yeah, I have tried that. Hello, can't be sorry. I haven't started it either. Can't be sorry. I haven't started it either. I'm Manny Boy. You know, Manny Boy talks like, have you guys seen Tomodachi Life gameplay? He talks like that. Stop it! Stop! Anyway, bye, elephant friend! Thank you for being here again. But anyways, I'm getting pretty eepy, you guys. So, I'm gonna have to end the stream. I have a Puerto Rican... I'm not gay! You haven't even heard me talk. I heard you laugh, and it was a very Mexican laugh. And you were like, what the fuck does that even mean? But if you heard a Puerto Rican man laughing, you would be like, you would know he's not Mexican. Pipico. Randall Park? Can you actually trade me Manny Boy, or is he valuable to you? Yeah, Manny Boy is a valuable asset to the beehive. So I can't trade. Me tengo que bañar todavía. I don't think I can be here tomorrow. No worries. Enjoy your life, Manny boy. I want you to be happy, Manny boy. Yes. I tried to cheer her up and said that I will impregnate their president. You're gonna impregnate Putin? What? I'm not racist. I'm Puerto Rican. That's cool. That's pretty popular here in the summer, but sadly I haven't seen people selling it at the moment. I actually made it myself. I bought the ingredients on an Asian mart here because I kept seeing it online, and I made it without the ice cream. And it tasted really good, and I feel like it would be really popular here in Puerto Rico. But it was very sweet. Don't care. Me is exactly what Manny voice sounds like. I'll come for my streak, though. Okay. I'll say hi. And then bye. Did I stutter? Okay, impregnate Putin. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? Anyways, guys, I'm a little bit eepy. I'm sorry. They now have it on pick? Lol. No, I bought like all the cans for the separate ingredients. And I made it together. Like I combined it. Like that. His security, I guess. Russian KGB. That's not that big of a deal. I can take him. Anyways, good night, B. Don't forget to put the mayo and the PB away. Yes! I actually only have the peanut butter right here, but I'm kind of, I don't know, she's looking kind of fine right now. She's looking kind of fine, like. You can't even take GeoGuessr, ho. That's what you sounded like when you said that. Te voy a enviar otros 50 videos de gente random en el internet. I'm so sorry. That's impressive, you know it. It's impressive that I know it. Yeah, I kept seeing it online. I feel like it was trendy for a little bit, and it's really aesthetic. Good night, B. Stay hydrated and don't break your back while cracking. Hey. Good night to you too, Lenny. Bro, I saw that shit like 20 fucking reels and like 15. Yo te prometo que no fui yo. No fui yo. Fue mi amiga. Anyways, guys, I'm eepy, so I'm gonna go to eat. I feel like I look eepy right now. So anyways, I'm gonna stream tomorrow, so yay! I don't know what I'm gonna do on tomorrow's stream. I want to do something different, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know, so I have to come up with something. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining today's stream. I hope you liked being here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys, and thank you for spending time with me. Yay! No me tiene que comprar nada. Pásala bien, Manny. Anyways, good night, guys. I love you. Stop it. I don't know. I wanted to say something funny, but I... Stop it! Stop! Bussy. Bye!